Welcome to Recapping Movie Explained. The movie opens with Jake Sully recounting his simple and peaceful life as the chief of the Omatakia clan and raising a family with his wife Neytiri, which includes his sons Nedium and Loak and his daughter Took, his adopted daughter Kiri born from Grace Augustine's unconscious Navi avatar, and a human boy named Spider, the offspring of Miles Quaritch, who was born on Pandora but was unable to be brought to Earth in cryostasis, while Neytiri distrusts Spider because of his human heritage. Jake can embrace Spider as his adoptive son. However, despite Spider being a human, all the kids get along well with one another, even Kiri, who has a soft spot for him. Spider is more drawn to Navi culture and traditions than his human background. They go about their daily lives as usual until they suddenly spot an unusual star in the night sky. They are shocked to learn that it is an RDA spaceship carrying humans who are colonizing Pandora and building another main operation station. Much to their disappointment, Colonel Quaritch, who has been cloned into a Navi body and has had his memories from before his death uploaded, is one of the newcomers in the ship. Quaritch is therefore unable to recall his death at Jake's hands and is instead only able to recall the past and his vengeful mission to kill Jake. Jake directs a systematic guerrilla operation against the RDA supply lines, weakening them, to stop the RDA from abusing Pandora once more. Loak, who disobeys Nedium and is anxious to prove himself, tries to help Jake in battle during one of the operations but is injured. Jake saves him and teaches him not to put his own safety in peril by acting recklessly. That evening, as Jake was attending to his wounds, Neytiri gently reminded him not to be too harsh on Loak. Jake responded by expressing his concern as a parent for the security of his kids. In the meantime, Quaritch launches a mission to find Jake in order to avenge the attack on the RDA supply lines. Jake's kids journey deeper into the rainforest on a joyful expedition with Spider. They are unaware that Quaritch and his colleagues are in the same area looking around the location where Quaritch will see his human remains. Loak, who is perceptive, senses their presence and informs his father Jake right away, who is then made aware of the circumstance. However, a battle breaks out, and Quaritch's team kidnaps Jake's kids. Most of them are released when Jake and Neytiri arrive in time, but Spider is captured by Quaritch, who recognizes him as his son. The RDA tries to force Spider on the ship to reveal information on Jake, but she resists. Quaritch shifts tactics and addresses Spider as his son while also providing more information about the Navi in exchange for Spider's freedom on his side. Spider educates Quaritch about Navi culture despite his reluctance and ignorance of his true purpose. Quaritch also had success training an Ikran flying monster to use as his vehicle. Loak fights with Syria's brother Aoning after the latter makes a harsh remark about Kiri and him because of their mixed human ancestry. Jake corrects his son's behavior. Loak returns to apologize to Aoning and his pals on Jake's persuasion, but as retaliation, they lure him into a voyage into the realm of a perilous sea predator and abandon him there. The sea predator makes an attempt to harm Loak, but Payakan, a Tulkuna peaceful and intelligent type of cetacean whom the Metkana regard as their spiritual family, saves Loak and becomes his companion. Aoning is asked to apologize to Loak upon his return to Metkana when Chief Tanawari learned of his treatment of Loak. However, Loak accepts responsibility for his actions and gains Aoning's friendship. Additionally, he is informed that Payakan is an outcast within his race. While visiting a branch of the Tree of Souls to meet her mother, Kiri links with it but experiences a terrible seizure. Ronald heals her, but when Jake asks Norm Spellman and Max Patel for assistance, Quaritch is able to find them in the Reef People's home archipelago. He hijacks a whaling ship that is hunting Tulkans in order to collect their brain enzymes for use in developing anti-aging treatments, bringing Spider along with him. Quaritch tells the whaling crew to wantonly kill the Tulkans in order to bring Jake out before he begins mercilessly interrogating the local tribes about Jake's whereabouts. When Loak mentally connects with Payakan, He discovers that the Tulkun was expelled because he disobeyed his species' rules and attacked the whalers responsible for his mother's death. When the Metcain hear about the Tulkun killings, Loak and his siblings Syria and Eoning leave to warn Payakan. They discover Loak, Kiri, and Tuk being held captive by Quaritch, and Payakan being pursued by the whalers. Jake, Neytiri, and the Metcain headed out to confront the humans since their children were in danger. Jake is forced to submit by Quaritch, but when he realizes that his soul brother is in danger, Payakan fights the whalers, starting a conflict that leaves the majority of the crew dead and seriously damages the ship, leading it to sink. Loak and Spider are saved by Nedium, who is then fatally shot. Jake is up against Quaritch, who is holding Kiri prisoner. Quaritch first rejects his son when Neytiri does the same to Spider, but changes his mind after Neytiri cuts Spider on the chest. As the ship sinks, Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri, and Tuk get trapped inside. As Loak and Payakan rescue Jake after he chokes Quaritch to unconsciousness, Kiri conjures water monsters to assist her in rescuing Neytiri and Tuk. Spider locates Quaritch and saves him, but after seeing how cruel Quaritch was to the Na'vi, and how he prioritized killing Jake's family over being his father and being a good man, he decides to leave Quaritch and return to Jake's family. Jake and his family decide to permanently reside with the Metcain following Nedium's funeral.